Hey friends, it's Midnights of Magnolia. We hope you guys had a great week. Today, Naya has something special for me. I really am not sure exactly what it is, but I'm sure she's gonna tell me. So I hope I don't get embarrassed. I hope you're not embarrassed.
Why would I be embarrassed?
I don't know. I meant them, not you.
Yeah. Don't get that secondhand embarrassment because of this old lady right here.
So what do you want to talk about today?
2 influencer beef scandals that I think are the most iconic in our time. I'm super excited. Are you ready?
I do have a question before we start. When you say our time, is that...
That's my time.
Okay.
Like 2019. Recent, but old.
Oh, that was just...
4 years ago.
Yeah, I suck at math, but 20, okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, I am ready.
First up, we have James Charles, Tati Westbrook, Sugar Bear Hair, Nikita Dragun, Shane Dawson, and Jeffree Star. Do any of those names ring a bell?
Yes.
Okay, who?
What'd you say, Charles?
James Charles.
He has a palette.
He does. He bought it for me for Christmas.
Okay. And then
a couple years ago.
I think Jeffree Star, if I remember correctly, is really pale with no eyebrows.
Yeah, that's him.
Everybody else, I don't.
Everyone else, you're stuck.
Name them again.
Nikita Dragun, Shane Dawson, Tati Westbrook.
I think Leah has mentioned Shane Dawson before, but I don't really know who that is.
Okay. So honestly, Jeffree and Shane really have nothing to do with this, but they butted in anyways. But before I go off too crazy on a tangent, let me tell you the story about the falling out of James Charles and Tati Westbrook.
Okay.
Crazy. Okay. So I don't know if you know, but James Charles, he got his rise to fame. He was the first male cover girl. Everyone loved him. He literally brought his own ring light to his graduation photos and did like a full beat.
I love that.
It was so cute. Although his eyebrows were horrendous. But it was the time. It was like 2015.
But it happens.
Exactly.
It happens to the best of us.
They were horrible. But anyways, so he was on Ellen, everything like that. And then Tati Westbrook was also in the beauty industry. So she kind of like took him under her wing, like mother-son relationship type thing in the beauty industry.
How old is, what's her name?
Tati? How old is she?
Compared to Charles. That's who we're speaking about, right?
James.
Yes. Well, James Charles.
So Tati.
Okay, he has 2 first names. I'm sorry.
Yeah, James Charles. He has 2 first names.
I got confused.
You're not wrong.
Sorry.
Okay, so Tati Westbrook, she's 41. Okay. And James is 23. So like very much so like mother son.
More like auntie.
Well, she took like a maternal relationship with James. Like she saw James as like her own like little baby in the influencer world. So anyways, so they were friends for years. So Tati has this birthday dinner. This is so funny to me. So Tati has this birthday dinner and it's like with her family, her old family friends, things like that. And I don't know if you know James, he is very, I wouldn't say vulgar, but he's very flamboyant and he's very much so like, he makes his presence known. Mm-hmm. So there is this one sound on TikTok that I need to play for you that kind of like dives into the whole thing at the birthday dinner. Mm-hmm. Okay. Also, we might need to blur some words out, but here's it. Okay.
It was just like no big deal. Like sucking like I'm just like, oh my God. Time and place. And you did it at my birthday dinner. And I made excuses for you then. You were talking in detail about things you wanted to do to the waiter. And when I said, James, he's straight, your response was, doesn't matter, I'm a celebrity. So freaking gross. And you said that in front of my family. In front of my childhood friend. Like, it was just like, no big deal.
Yeah, so basically.
Okay.
Oh my God. So she was pretty PO'd at the fact that James was just speaking very vulgarly about the waiter that was waiting on them at Tati's birthday dinner. So James was just like, oh, he's so cute, he's so hot. And then Tati was like, he's straight. Like, stop, because James is gay. But
he can still appreciate a good-looking man.
But the thing is that he was, well, okay, yes, you're very right. Hold on.
So was it more than that?
Okay, so fast forward, the waiter came out with a response and was like, I found it flattering, because the waiter ended up being bi-curious. So, like, he's never been with a guy, but he was, like, curious about it and everything like that.
Okay.
So he was technically, like, flattered by what James said, but Tati was like, this is not the time nor the place to be talking about these things. Like, this is my birthday dinner. I think it was her 30-something birthday.
It doesn't matter if it's her 50th birthday. Like,
That's so true. That's so inappropriate.
It's
like,
so irrelevant. I mean, you say it like, oh my God, this was her. It really doesn't.
It doesn't matter. But like, imagine
matter.
if I brought a friend to a birthday dinner and he was talking about that stuff, you'd be like, oh my God.
I would have said something.
Yeah.
And really, if she was that angry, why did she not pull him to the side and say something?
Yeah, that's so true.
I don't think I would have let that go on. I don't think it's totally inappropriate on a girls' trip or you guys are just hanging out, but I do think it's inappropriate at a birthday, like a family birthday dinner. I would have said something.
Yeah.
Send a text. Send a text from the table. No one knows that you're texting that person. And then if they don't, respond or, they start to look upset, just, hey, will you come with me to the restroom for a second? We go to the restroom in packs anyway.
Well, he's a boy.
I mean, yeah, but
I know exactly.
Exactly. And you don't necessarily have to go to the bathroom. You just remove yourself from the table. There's the way to handle it.
I agree. The waiter came out with his own little video about the situation, and he was saying that he was like bi-curious. He was flattered by James's persistence. And they actually ended up going to a hotel room together, and they just made out. And then the waiter was like, not really feeling it. Definitely I am straight.
So that night,
I think it was either a couple days or a couple of weeks later.
So
it happened to get I guess he got his number. James got his number and was texting him or his Instagram or something like that, asking, to meet up or hang out. And then they ended up making out, but it didn't go any further than that. And he was not feeling this anymore. I don't think he was like, I guess I was just curious. I got my answer. Thank you so much. But like, deuces.
But do you think he is not feeling being gay or he's just not feeling James Charles?
I don't know. That's what the world may never know.
Because I think there's a lot of open. I think there's a lot of open space.
But then his video, he said that he was curious for a while, but then he realized that he didn't really. I don't know. I guess.
And this was his first experience.
Yeah.
With the same sex.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he just said he was just not feeling it. It's okay, gotcha. Then James texted him all angry and was all, oh, well, you're gay. Don't let anyone else tell you that you're not. If you're having these thoughts, like you're gay. And that's what the waiter was super uncomfortable with, was the fact that he was like, okay, I was trying to tell you that I wasn't feeling it. There's nothing wrong with you. It's me. I'm still trying to figure things out. Thank you for giving me that, whatever. And then James is like, you're gay, you're gay, you're gay. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe he's not. Maybe he really just tried it and didn't like it.
Or maybe he's just not that into you.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he was just trying to blame it on his sexuality and never wants to see you again.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was a whole mess at Tati's birthday dinner, and that really pissed her off. Then Beychella happened in 2019.
Okay.
And then, so I don't know, was that the actual Beychella? Do you know if she performed in 2019?
I think that was.
Okay, good. Because
okay, well, you keep speaking because you're going to
do the research.
I'm going to get facts.
But anyway, so Tati Westbrook, she had her own brand of hair care vitamins, right? You're not even looking at me. I'm going to look at y'all. So
I'm researching.
She's researching. So Tati Westbrook had her own brand of hair care product. She had gummy hair growth supplements. Her number one competitor was Sugar Bear Hair. Do you know what Sugar Bear Hair is?
No.
Look up Sugar Bear Hair.
Oh, I am still trying to look up Beychella. You have got to slow down. Okay, she was 2018.
Okay, so it was the year after Beychella.
Okay, so 2018 was Beychella.
2019 is when this whole thing happened.
Even with the waiter?
Yes. Okay. All in 2019.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Period.
Keeping up. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Look up Sugar Bear Hair now.
Sugar Bear Hair.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
these gummies.
I think I've seen these on social media.
Yeah, they're all over. They were all over the place.
Okay.
Okay.
So what about these vitamins?
So that's Tati's number one competitor. Probably not.
Oh, so Sugar Bear Hair is not
Tati's. No.
Okay.
So Tati has her own. I cannot remember the name of her gummy brand for the hair care vitamins or whatever. But I know Sugar Bear Hair was like one of her number one competitors. And so basically, allegedly what happened at Coachella was James was sent to Coachella with another brand. Brands send, you know, ambassadors, things like that. And then Nikita, this is where Nikita Dragon comes into play. Do you know who Nikita Dragon is?
No.
Look up Nikita Dragon. Nikita Dragon, she's a trans woman beauty influencer. And she slays. I honestly love Nikita Dragon. Okay,
so Nikita Dragon. Cute.
You like her?
Yes. Look at her.
She's
like, what's
so
not
gorgeous.
to like?
Her and Bretman Rock are like, they were like thick as thieves. I don't know if they're still friends, but.
I love Bretman Rock.
Okay, we're getting off
so funny. I know.
But anyways, so Sugar Bear Hair took Nikita and Bretman Rock to Coachella.
Okay.
Right? And they were doing a bunch of pastel blue, pastel pink looks, bubblegum to go with the brand. He texted Nikita, which is a friend of James's, but not a friend of Tati's. So Nikita's not friends with Tati, but James is friends with Nikita.
Okay.
Did you get that?
Not really, but...
Okay, anyways. And then I guess James's suite or whatever he had, like the setup he had at Coachella wasn't private enough. So,
like his personal where he was staying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So fans were rushing in, like, you know, he just didn't feel safe. He was like, I'm borderline getting attacked. Like, I mean, he was like fine, like not hurt, but like he was still like, this is freaky. Like the way the fans could just come in. It is
scary. That is very scary.
So he texted Nikita and was like, hey, is there any way that you can get Sugar Bear Hair to have me stay with them? And then so Nikita was like, yeah, sure. Let me text them and see. And then so he was like, in return, I'll do Instagram story promoting Sugar Bear Hair.
Okay.
Tati was not aware of this. This is what allegedly happened.
So Tati and James Charles are friends or were friends?
They're friends. At this point, they're friends. Yes,
okay.
They're still friends. So Tati sees that Instagram story about James promoting Sugar Bear Hair and does not like it. Imagine if your best friend promoted another mother-daughter podcast before they promoted us.
Oh.
Like,
it's gonna be some smoke.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Period.
No, literally though. Like, think about it. That's messed up.
That's grounds for divorce.
That's grounds for a fight.
We're divorcing this friendship.
I can promise you that.
I know.
And especially with the level of followers that James Charles has.
So like, how many followers does he have
now? Somewhere in the millions.
Oh, that's good.
22 million.
22 million.
22 million.
That's a lot of people.
Like, imagine if
that's like
our friend had 22 million followers and didn't promote us on there and promoted someone else.
I can't even get that far. I'm still thinking about the 22 million. Some countries don't have 22 million
Swear.
People.
No, I
so
swear.
I'm like, where do these people come from?
God. He's been getting like a little bit of filler lately. He does not look the same at all whatsoever.
I mean, do you?
That's so true. Who are we to talk about filler and Botox?
I feel attacked.
So, anyways, back to
like a personal dig.
So, anyways, so Tati is P.O.'d.
Do I need filler? Do I need
a little bit under the eyes?
Stop it.
That hurt.
Good, that hurt. What you said hurt to me. Anyway, carry on.
No, I'm just playing. So you're a beautiful mom.
You're so sweet. Thank you, baby.
So anyways, with all that stuff happening with James and Tati, like that was like really Tati's like final draw. Like she was literally just like, no, like what are you doing? She was so upset. She was so mad. And then she would try to talk to James about it. James was leaving her undelivered, wasn't answering her text. She was like, he had multiple times to reach out to her and talk to her about everything that happened and apologize because he was in the wrong. And he just never did that. And Tati felt betrayed. She did a lot for James. He had nowhere to go, no one to talk to. Tati was that outlet. Like, she literally embraced him like her own son. Tati was very, very, very upset with the way that James was handling that situation. So she came out with a video. And it said, "Bye, sisters," trying to cancel James Charles. Do you know about James Charles's intro to all of his YouTube videos?
I have never seen a James Charles.
You've never watched one?
YouTube video.
Well,
no.
he literally, this is what he does. He's like, "Hi, sisters. Welcome back to my channel." Like, that's literally like what he does and how he sounds. So her video exposing James for everything that he did was by sisters. Like, I don't know. It's just seeing the tagline or the title of that video was like, ultimate diss.
That's messy.
It was so messy. So anyway, she went into detail about the things that happened at the restaurant, things with Sugar Bear hair, everything like that. And everyone was attacking James. It was so bad. He lost a lot of followers behind that. And I mean, he eventually got them
seems
back.
to be doing okay.
Swear.
Like, what did he have, 30 million before and then now 22? I think he's okay.
I think he's fine.
Yeah.
But he posted this other video. He was the same day in response to Tati's video. And he was sitting there crying. He was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I'm just like, ugh, suck it up.
So maybe he was sorry.
Don't have to cry about it. Like, why would you post a video about you crying?
You are the last person to say, okay, you would never record yourself and post
that's
it,
the whole
but
thing.
You don't have a platform like that. He's used to sharing his life with millions of people. I'm just saying that's his journal.
That is his, agreed.
So I feel like for him, that is the right place for him to get on camera and cry.
Yeah, I still don't know. I feel like if you, I don't know. I just wouldn't cry and be like, "You guys, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt anyone." Like, suck it up and save your tears. And record the video when we can understand you. Yeah, exactly. No, I know exactly what you're thinking.
Okay, before we even get to that part, I want to point out, I'm not going to say that he's not at fault. I think they're both wrong.
I think so too.
I think based on the if let's say allegedly.
Let's pull up that article.
You don't have to. Allegedly, all of this happened the way you just described it. Mm-hmm. If that is the case, they're both wrong. James was wrong for promoting another brand when you have a really close friend who has a brand.
Same exact brand.
You need to be loyal to your friend, first of all. Second of all, what's her name?
Tati.
Tati was wrong for running to social media first to post anything.
Well, she did reach out to James multiple times.
How do you know?
Because, she said it. She said she reached out to him.
Allegedly.
Okay,
but we don't. Did she prove receipts? Like, did she bring up receipts?
She definitely did pull up some receipts, but it's a 40-minute video, and I just don't feel like going into and finding the receipts.
I just need a quick snapshot, but it's really not that important because it's just not that important. I just think in the grand scheme of things, they are both wrong. Mm-hmm. At this point, James is how old? Like,
he's roughly 23 now. He was 19, I think, when this happened.
Oh, and then how old is she?
She's 41. Right, exactly. Because I was going to go into that.
Okay, so
I feel like she's expecting way too much out of a 19-year-old, like, in my opinion.
Yes, I am sorry. I love you guys. but for the most part, and this does not speak for all 19-year-olds, most 19-year-olds are not responsible. You guys don't really think about the other person a lot. It's me. It's instant gratification. It's whatever. But that's your age group. That's just part of your development.
Agreed. 100%.
If she was 41 years old at that time.
No, she wasn't. She's 41 now. She was like
38, 39, whatever. Okay, well, maybe not 39. Again, my math sucks. But she was old enough to know not to expect too much out of him.
Yes.
At least that's how I feel. Mm-hmm. And I honestly think, too, Naya, I don't think I could be friends with a 19-year-old.
But, like, it wasn't like they were, like, friends where they were like, hey, I feel in her eyes and in James's eyes, she was, like, his fairy godmother in the...
Okay,
like, that's the relationship that they had.
That dynamic, I understand.
Right. It was like she wanted to protect him.
Okay.
Not be his, like, best friend and go clubbing together.
Okay, that I get.
But they probably did go to events and stuff together.
I mean, well, yeah, because they're both in the same industry.
Exactly.
So I get it. Yeah. The fairy godmother comparison, that resonates with me. Now, I have a better understanding of the relationship, because what does a 41-year-old have? Am I boring you?
I swear
Every
you have to be.
Single time.
I swear
And your dad
you
did
have
it.
to be.
Your dad did it when he was on.
No,
It's like you guys yawn every single time, and I'm like, do you even want to be here?
No, I'm more than happy to
Because
be here.
I can take my mic and go home.
You mean like across the hall? I've been put out of better places.
I have been put out of better places.
Okay, but honestly, that's really the end of that, because then Shane Dawson started calling Tati a liar.
Okay.
And all this stuff.
Who is Shane Dawson, and how does he fit into the... Is it a throuple or is it a quadruple?
Don't say throuple.
Why?
Throuple is usually used in terms of a 3-person marriage and a 3-person like sexcapades.
No.
Yeah.
So
like
when
if you
I
Google
use,
what is a throuple,
well, when I say throuple, it could be like me, Lydia, and someone else.
No, that's really
like
not
it's a joke. Like I mean it jokingly.
But
like not like we're really not a couple. Or like if me, you, and Erica went somewhere, we'd be a throuple. Like I didn't put a sexual. When I say it, it doesn't have a sexual connotation to it.
I know, but that's what it means.
Okay, so
throuple is sexual. It's like
noted.
Yes.
Okay, so
don't forget that.
Okay, thank you.
Don't ever put me in a throuple with you and Erica ever again.
Okay.
No offense, Erica.
Oh my God, you're so dramatic.
Okay.
So, how does Shane fit into, what are the names? James Charles. Mm-hmm. Tati
Westbrook.
And then who's the other person?
Nikita Dragon.
Okay, Nikita Dragon. So Nikita Dragon is off with Bretman Rock somewhere, so she's out of this.
Because the only reason why she's really involved is because she tweeted out the text that James sent to her, being like the only reason why he posted Sugar Bear Hair was because he needed to go to the room for Coachella.
Okay. So how does Shane?
That's a great question.
And how old is Shane Dawson
now? Probably in his like 30s or 40s. Shane Dawson is the OG YouTuber. He's 34 right now.
Okay, so
he was 30 at the time.
30, and then okay, and then James is 19.
Yes.
At the time. All right, so okay.
Shane comes. I don't know how or why Shane is involved. Honestly, it had nothing to do with him. Shane is very much so like the god at this time. He's like the godfather of the YouTube industry. Like other influencers will have scandals and Shane will do his documentaries on them and like, you know, like things like that's how his channel got big. Like he's a huge conspiracy theorist. People on YouTube look for Shane and his channel to like, explain their side of what happened if they're in deep drama and deep trouble.
So like, he's kind of like a documentarian.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I have no clue.
Or he does like documentary
like
style.
I barely went to college. I don't
or
know.
He does. I guess what I'm trying to say is he does documentary content.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like conspiracy theories and stuff like that. He used to do like a bunch of like random stupid stuff on YouTube where he was like eating a bunch of food. It was like a whole like traumatic experience for him.
Okay.
But yeah, so Shane Dawson, he just fills in his 2 cents whenever he feels like it.
Okay.
So he was just calling Tati a liar. That's how he got involved.
But he really doesn't know these people.
No, he does. He
but through like as a coworker
he's friends
type.
with James. He was friends with James at the time.
Okay.
Him and James were friends.
Okay.
And then Jeffree Star is just butts in everything as well. He has no reason to be involved in that drama. I have no clue why Jeffree Star.
I forgot about him. We mentioned him early on, but
yeah, but that's why. Like he's very much so like at the end he was involved, but not really. So Tati says that she was like coerced and manipulated into making the Bye Sister video that blew up the internet by Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. So that was their involvement. She claims that she was forced to make that video. Right? Ain't nobody. Okay.
No,
she was just literally her exact words in quotes used, coerced, and manipulated into making the 2019 video, namely by Star and Dawson. I did not make my video because of vitamins. I made it as a result of all the poisonous lies that were fed to me by Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star.
I just think coerced is a big word.
Agreed.
Manipulated, I'm sure. they probably were like, oh, girl, you should so-and-so and so-and-so.
Oh, yeah, 100%, because it helps both of their careers.
And hyped her up to do it. Yeah. And then, but...
So that they could talk about it on their channel.
Right.
She said Jeffrey and James were bitterly jealous, or Jeffrey and Shane were jealous of James's success, and that Jeffrey resented that so much of his business was centered around his biggest rival. Anyways, Shane called Tati a liar for saying that they coerced her into making that video. He was like, chick, no, we didn't. Like, and that's basically the end of that. And James and Tati are not friends. I don't know if they're civil. Mm-hmm. I mean, this happened 4 years ago. I'm pretty sure they have to be civil. But Tati, in terms of Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, and James Charles, Tati has very much so the least amount of followers and hype. I'm pretty sure after this whole Bias Sisters beef between the two, she was nowhere to be found. No one really cares about Tati Westbrook anymore.
Is that such a bad... Like, I don't think she's irrelevant. I'm
well,
pretty sure...
you didn't know who she was.
I mean, that doesn't mean... That's just that I'm not her target audience. That's all that means.
True.
That does not... Just because she has 6 million followers versus 22 million followers, that doesn't make her irrelevant. It just... No.
I mean, not necessarily irrelevant, but no one... Like, she went from being, talked about and in the know and everyone knew who she was to... Wait, who is that again?
But when you say everyone, is that everyone that you know? Or is it...
True.
Because it could be that she moved on to a different demographic. She rebranded and started doing other things. And so you're not... I swear. Yawn one more time.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry.
Anyway, what I was trying to say, in her defense, maybe she didn't become irrelevant, but rather... she started doing different content that didn't appeal to you. So you're not going to see it. Maybe it's not my type of content either, but someone out there, she's appealing to someone. Just not the original people she was appealing to.
That's so true.
Yeah. I mean, that's just my 2 cents. I
like your 2 cents. Wrong. No, your 2 cents are great. I like it. Do you know anything about Tana Mongeau?
Never heard of.
You've never heard of Tana?
Is Tana a girl?
Yes.
No, I've never heard
Tana
of her.
Mongeau, blonde girl, smokes a bunch of pot. She is known on YouTube for being this crazy blonde bombshell who just does a bunch of stupid stuff. I was on YouTube and watching her do one of her most famous story times. And I feel like people my age are definitely going to know which one I'm talking about. She was with a guy and they were having sex and he used a and had sex with her with a
Okay.
No, I know.
Okay. Let's just leave it at
I don't know how to explain it.
I don't see how that's funny at all.
The video from Tana Mongeau with her talking about it.
To me, that sounds like assault.
Well, it was consensual. He thought that she'd like it, I guess. I don't know. Like, he tried something and it just didn't work out in his favor.
This is where the breakdown for me is. Mm-hmm. Like, I am totally skeeved by it.
What is skeeved?
Skeeved is like I'm...
Like weirded out?
Not even... I mean, weirded isn't the right word, but I guess I'm offended by it.
Okay.
And it's not even me. And then...
I don't know why.
What also bothers me is... you included, your flip attitude and whoever else thought it was funny, because I don't find it funny at all.
Well, Tana finds it funny, which is why it gives us the opinion.
Again, I'm not saying she doesn't have the right to be thinking it's funny. I just find that to be problematic that she finds it funny.
But it didn't happen to you, so I don't understand why you're taking it to heart.
I'm not taking it to heart. I can still have something problematic.
Yeah, I mean, you can have your own opinions on it, but I don't understand. Like, I feel like it's like you're really bothered by it, which I mean, I understand that, but I again don't understand why, because it didn't happen to you or anyone you know. So I feel like, and it wasn't told in like a sexual assault aspect. I don't feel you would want to watch her story time anyways, but she was very much so telling it in a way where it was like, he was like trying to do something that he thought that she would like, and then it was just weird. And she was like, why would you do that? That's weird. It was full consensual sex, but...
How do we know it was full consensual sex?
Okay, I think you're really just diving way too deep into it.
No,
Like,
I do. I find the whole thing problematic, and
okay.
I don't like it. You said something earlier about I was having a hard time with it.
Yeah.
If that happened to you, I am going to be livid.
Well, Tana also did grow up very different. She grew up in Las Vegas. Her parents weren't there.
It happened in North Carolina. That could happen in Virginia.
I mean, okay, but think about it. You're exposed to a lot more things in Las Vegas than you are in North Carolina.
But there are a lot of strict parents in Las Vegas as well. I'm
not saying that there's...
okay. Naya, stop being mean.
I'm not...
You're like making faces.
No, because you're getting on my nerves
saying, it's
right
like
now.
Not everyone in
you
Vegas.
Being a protective mom right now, I understand. No, and I understand that. But what I'm saying is that she had very neglectful parents, and she grew
allegedly.
Up. No, it's not allegedly. Like, that's the truth. Like,
but she said that, or did her parents say that?
She does not.
That's
know
according.
Where her parents are. She doesn't know. Like, mom. Like, I don't know.
But that's according to her.
She was on Call Her Daddy and speaking with Alex Cooper about it, and she was saying how it really hurt her, how she grew up and everything like that.
So how did she say she grew up?
If you would let me get it out.
Girl, you about to not grow up. Finish it. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically she was just saying that she was exposed to a lot living in Las Vegas with no guidance from her parents. Like, her parents were very neglectful, let her do whatever she wanted. Her parents were out getting high and drunk and all the time and doing their own thing, and they just left little old Tana to fend for herself at home. And then, at like age 13, I think she lost her virginity. She just grew up way too fast and was exposed to way too much way too soon. And I think that's what turned Tana into the person that she is today. She's very much so like this wild card. She has struggled a little bit with drugs and alcohol, things like that.
So let me ask you this. So having said what you said about the way she grew up and having a lot of hardships and experiences, or I guess experiences that no one that age should have, do you not think that skewed her view on sexual assault? Or
no, it probably definitely did.
And not knowing that before when I said it, it's possible that she was assaulted but really didn't recognize it.
I still think we're diving way too deep into it. Like, that's really not like,
okay.
Like, I don't know.
That's just my feeling, and I can't shake it at all.
I understand. And I love the way you think about others, Mom. You're so sweet and you're so kind and beautiful.
That sounds condescending.
It's not. So anyways, back to Tana. So Tana was kicked off of VidCon. Do you know what VidCon is?
VideoCon. Right? Like Comic-Con. What is it?
I mean, you're right, but
okay,
do you know what it is? Like explain.
It's a video convention
for
social media people.
You're just really putting two and two together. Your YouTubers come and they do like a convention, and it's like a 3-day thing that they do in Anaheim, California, and your favorite YouTubers and influencers go. You can do meet and greets. So, and VidCon isn't really much of a thing anymore. I don't think. Maybe it is. I don't know. I know VidCon was huge back in the day, like 2015 to 2019, I think. So Tana got knocked off VidCon and was like, I don't recall. Why did Tana get kicked off of VidCon? That's a great question. She got kicked out of, or banned from VidCon, probably for being vulgar online. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it was for. But anyways, she decided to make her own convention in Anaheim, California, the same dates as VidCon across the street.
Get it, girl?
You would think so, right?
I mean, that's smart.
Remember, there's a fly in here. Remember you saying that. Remember saying that hosting it at the same time in the same place and everything like that was a good idea. Remember that. Okay. This is how I thrive. Other people's drama. Like, I don't even know.
Okay.
I love listening to other people's messy drama, and it doesn't involve me. Like, I'm just sitting on the out. Like, you know that sound where it's like, I just sit back and observe. Like, Nikki?
Nicki Minaj?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It was like down in the DM verse, but that's besides the point.
Okay.
So anyway.
Why don't you quote Bible scriptures? How about that?
Let there be light.
Seriously, like what's Psalms 23? Anyway, carry on.
Okay, no, wait. Since you brought it up, what is Psalms 23?
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Period.
Like, I mean,
she grew up in the church.
You should have been taken to church more.
You never took me to church.
I did take you to church. Oh, stop it.
When?
Naya, when we were in South Carolina, we went to church all the time.
Maybe a year.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
We went to church.
We still love the Lord,
longer.
but I can't tell you the last time I went to church.
Oh my God. That explains.
When was the last time you went to church?
Don't worry about me. We're not.
Facts. You can quote your scripture.
I know the Lord, and I have a great relationship.
Period.
This is not about me. Carry on.
That's so true. Anyways, I pray every night. Shane Dawson was there at her convention. Yeah, we're back on Shane Dawson.
Everywhere.
He is everywhere. I swear. Shane Dawson has his nose in everything. You think I'm kidding?
Okay.
His nose is in everything.
So he's like the Oprah.
Yes, he literally is the Oprah.
Oh, you're so excited. He's like everywhere.
You get a car, but it's like you
get
get a
scandal.
documentary. You get to explain what happened.
All right.
Like you're shooting opportunities off at the mouth.
Okay.
So basically it was like Ricky Dillon, Miranda Sings, Colleen Ballinger.
Okay. Now, Miranda Sings was the girl with the red lipstick, and it was all over her face. You watched those videos for forever, and I was like, Naya, turn this mess off.
No, I love her.
Loved it.
I still love Miranda Sings. Like, her haters back off. Mm-hmm. Gold. So basically, TanaCon is a huge disaster. She's selling these tickets, like she's selling VIP. Like her whole thing was that she wanted it to be less expensive than VideoCon, more fun than VideoCon. Like she wanted it to be better. Everything that people hated about VideoCon, she wanted people to love about TanaCon.
Okay.
Like all the tickets were free. You just had to reserve a ticket. And you had to pay $65 to meet all the creators.
That's good.
Like to be on a VIP list, right?
Okay.
Like it's good in theory.
It sounds like affordable so that
everyone can go.
Yeah, it can appeal to
Here's the issue. Everyone can go. So the Marriott had the capacity. So they had the event at the Marriott in Anaheim, California. The Marriott ballroom where this was being held could only fit 1,018 people. Mm-hmm. They sold 5,000 tickets for all 3 days.
But that's not her fault. There's a
No, listen, we're getting into this. Okay. We're getting into this. So, and you're right. It's not really Tana's fault. So she hires this guy. His name's Michael. Mm-hmm. How old do you think this kid was?
19 because...
He was 21.
Okay, because everybody else is like 12. So
yeah. He was 21.
Mm-hmm. Even if you're not a proficient business person,
yeah,
the most basic of the basic is there is a limited amount of space no matter what venue you have. Yeah. That is like one of the first things you ask. Mm-hmm. How many people can it hold? How much is this venue going to cost me?
Right.
That was just irresponsibility on
both.
And I'm not going to say it's not her fault, but...
Because it says it online. Like, she could have literally Googled and been like, oh, okay. She could have did
However,
research.
If you're paying someone...
That's true.
That is their job, and you delegate. You split tasks up, and you give it to other people so that you can focus on other things. She's out promoting it. She's out probably posting. She's out doing things to get people to sell tickets.
This is her name.
Yeah, and I just feel like her production team let her down completely because there's no way.
She couldn't have done it all by herself.
And if there were 5,000 tickets sold, then that should have been split up into 2 days or the 3 days actually, not one day. That was an easily solvable problem.
They could have, since it's $1,000, sold 3,000 tickets, one for each day. Like, you know what I mean? 1,000 people per day because it was 1,018. 18 people under capacity. It's fine.
And you know, Naya, how many tickets you sell.
Everything you set a cap on it.
Everything is electronic these days.
Exactly. And this happened in 2019 as well. 2019 was a crazy year.
Even if you didn't realize it at the time, you know, like the receipts start rolling in, you go to do an audit and you look at it and you're like, oh my goodness, we have oversold such and such. Like there is a report somewhere on somebody's computer or somebody's phone that says, burn, 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 oversold, back it up. So then you either refund coins or you extend it.
No, exactly.
So this is just neglect.
It really is. Basically, we could have planned TanaCon and it would have been great.
Seriously.
But here's the issue. So everyone was saying this guy, Michael, lied and said the capacity is 5,000 when it wasn't 5,000. And then he tried to cover his tracks and said that the Marriott lied to him to say that their capacity is 5,000. But online, their capacity says 1,018. So is it Tana lying? Is it Michael lying? Is it the Marriott lying? Like who lied?
But was it one specific ballroom? Because, you know, like if you go into ballrooms or if you go into hotels, they have
multiple.
They have like the sliding walls that if you need to combine two ballrooms, you just, you know, the doors come off or there's a little slider.
No clue. That wasn't mentioned in the documentary that Shane Dawson made.
And I feel like there's some pertinent information missing because I feel like it could have been that one specific, like usually when you go into a hotel room, they have like the Virginia room, the such and such room. Maybe it was that specific room that only held like 1,800 people, but I can't imagine a Marriott in Anaheim, California only holding 1,800 people.
Yeah.
So that leads me to believe that there were multiple ballrooms, perhaps. I don't know.
They didn't reserve I think the one room that they had was the one that was reserved, the 1,800 people.
Either reserve the additional rooms or extend the days. Simple.
Exactly. It really is a simple
Tana,
fix.
call me next time, girl. I got you.
No, swear, Tana.
I could put this together.
You know, I met Tyler Yahweh at the Post Malone concert, and he's like besties with
I was there.
I know. Were you there when we met him?
No.
Yeah, but me and Leah went and we met him, and he's like besties with Tana.
I know, because G Money took y'all out there.
Yeah, G Money took us out there to see Tyler Yahweh.
I would have walked right past him.
No, because I was like, oh my freaking God, it's Tyler Yahweh. I was so excited because I know he's friends with Tana. Like, she did a whole like 420 special on her YouTube channel.
420?
Yeah. You know, she's a huge hothead. Like, huge. But back to TanaCon. So she was 20 at the time.
Oh, so this guy was 19 and then she was 20.
No, he was 21 and she was 20. This Michael guy was 21 and Tana was 20 at the time. And Tana, she's super irresponsible. Like, she lives by the seat of her pants. Like, she does whatever she wants when she wants to do it.
She probably has a team.
Yeah, exactly.
To help. Like, it's assistants and accountants and agents and
right, but they're not. But you know, her assistants and accountants and agents, they're also other 20-year-olds, which is the issue. Like, it's just a bunch of irresponsible young adults running a huge convention. Like, it just wasn't gonna work. So Tana thinks that she was like, oh my God, like all of these people, like it's 20,000 people who showed up. No space for everyone. The kids were sitting in lines for hours. It was in the middle of the summer. Sunburns and boils. People were passing out. There wasn't enough food. There wasn't enough water. Like, it was insane.
That is dangerous.
It was so dangerous. There were girls being carried out on stretchers because they've passed out. There was, and their security team, their supposed security team, it was a 4-man group.
Four men.
1, 2, 3, 4.
For 5,000 tickets sold.
Mm-hmm. And also, get this, the free tickets that they offered, they don't exist. Everyone paid the $65 to do the meet and greet. So no one used a free ticket. There was not a single person there who used a free ticket. My
issue is not even the $65 ticket and that they really didn't offer a free ticket. Mm-hmm. My issue is that the security ratio to people, that is extremely dangerous for the people that signed up to go to TanaCon, and it's not safe for the talent that's there.
The security, they didn't check bags. They didn't check tickets. They didn't check anything. You could have walked in there and said, yeah, I was a VIP person. And they were like, oh, okay, come on in. We'll get you your badge. They didn't check anything.
That goes back to the promotion team. Mm-hmm. Because they're the ones typically handle all of that.
Right.
There's so many people that this seemed to have slipped through the cracks with.
Yeah.
Like, what about her agent? Did they not ask questions? What about, like there's so many important people in her life that I feel like
literally no one took the time or effort to really sit down and really think a bunch of these things through.
Because she can't do this alone. There's no way she can do all of this on her own.
But the
she
Michael
has to
person
have...
told her that everything was going to be taken care of. He said that there was nothing she had to worry about. Like, she had, like...
Allegedly.
You with this friggin' allegedly.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Allegedly.
I have 2 quarters, and I don't want Michael coming to get my quarters.
What does that mean?
He's not going to sue me.
That's so true.
For slandering. Or slander, maybe, but not slandering. But, yeah.
Whatever.
So you have to say,
allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Allegedly. So allegedly, Michael told Tana that everything was going to be taken care of. And also allegedly, Tana said that there were these swag bags that she wanted to give out for everyone. She was like, they were free bags. Tana, she said that she was going to have a swag bag worth 3 times the ticket. She was going to have expensive makeup brands in there. She was going to have her merch and a bunch of other like awesome, great things in there. Instead, they had condoms and stickers in a cheap made in China, like, you know, those really cheap plastic borderline, those drawstring bags that are like really cheap.
like the
not the good ones, but like the really cheap ones that are like
you wear them to the amusement park,
right? Like those. And she was like, "What are these? Like, this is not what I wanted." She wanted to give out great quality everything. So, anyways, so there's a police report, and it says that it wasn't 15,000 people that showed up. It was the 4,000 people who she sold the tickets to. They just oversold the tickets.
Listen. I throw a mean birthday party.
Swear you do.
She can call me next time, and I got you.
Let me tell you, Tana, housewives know how to throw a shindig.
Like, I got you covered, girl. Like, and probably more than likely will come in under budget.
Swear.
I got this. She should have paid more attention, asked more questions, done a lot more follow-up, because just because you have a team, that doesn't eliminate responsibility on your part. You still are ultimately responsible because that's your name.
100%.
And people, I think, sometimes don't realize the importance of your name. Mm-hmm. You don't want your name to be associated with things like that.
Nope. It was so
I'm
bad.
pretty sure this was a very hard lesson for her to learn.
It was.
I am thankful that no one was hurt. No one was hurt, correct?
No one was really, because my whole thing was the fact that there was no security and people were bringing in bags and duffel bags and everything like that.
No one was
seriously hurt. There was like a couple of girls who passed out
and stuff like that. But everyone made a full recovery.
Like sunburns,
just some heat exhaustion, heat stroke. I mean, all those things could be serious, but everyone was okay.
No one was seriously hurt.
I am thankful for that because that would have been a disaster.
110%. And then Shane Dawson, of course, he did his documentary.
Of course.
About it. You would like Shane Dawson. He's so funny, and all of his documentaries are so good. Okay. I will say. But yeah.
Well, I think I'll check him out.
So, what do you think about my top 2 favorite scandals online? What do you think?
I'm exhausted.
That was a lot.
I truly...
But they don't beef online like they do, like they used to do, Mom.
I'm just exhausted hearing about all of this. I don't really even have the words, I don't think, but exhaustion. I swear. Are you exhausted?
I think I am. You know how hype I was for this? I was like, and then I was on
It's too much.
Fire.
I know you don't want me to go back and talk about this. As exhausting as all of this is, I still cannot shake. Yes, I feel like it was assault. And maybe she didn't recognize it, or, I just have a hard time with it. That is really what's sticking with me out of all of this. And I hope she is okay, because as a female, as a mom, that bothers me deeply.
Yeah.
I just hope that she's okay. She is recovered. She's found peace with her parents. I hope she's recovered from her traumatic childhood. I just hope she's in a better space now.
Yeah, agreed.
You said she turned her life around, or is that the case?
Kinda. I think she just mellowed out, but I think she's mellowed out a little bit. She almost got married to, well, she did get married to Jake Paul. So, the fighter.
Okay, people hide their feelings a lot of times with drugs and alcohol and sex.
Oh no, 100%.
And
like, she's definitely had some trauma. Okay, I don't know her personally,
right? Because I was like, because you
know
hang
what?
out with her,
my girl,
and she is just fine,
Tana,
right?
She's totally fine.
Yeah, like I said, let's hope.
And she's
because
funny.
that whole
she's
story,
a good person.
How do you know?
Well, I feel like I know
her. So she seems.
Google Tana Mongeau.
That doesn't mean what it's gonna say. Tana Mongeau is a good person.
No, Google Tana.
But that's my point. I don't need to Google her.
You can see the innocence in her eyes.
Naya. Jeffrey Dahmer looked innocent.
No, the heck he did not.
Ted Bundy.
No, the heck he did not.
Oh, he was fine.
I never thought that Ted Bundy was hot.
I mean, he was a good-looking guy, but I'm just saying, like, you can't.
Like those men look like they would kill people.
That's because you know that they were serial killers, but they were so prolific. Before. They were so prolific because they didn't look like your stereotypical serial killer. But my point is, you can't look at someone and say,
insert picture of Jeffrey Dahmer, please.
You can't look at someone's picture and say, "Oh, she looks like a good person."
She looks like a dragon. Would you ever think that she was in jail?
I said she was pretty.
Yeah, she went to jail.
Girl, do you know how many pretty girls go to jail?
I know, they put her in men's jail.
I mean, listen. There are tons of pretty girls in jail. It's not like only ugly people go to jail.
Swear, I would.
So it's like, yes, I can look at her and say, yeah, she's probably been to jail, because it's not just like the jail isn't filled with just ugly people.
Yeah.
And then whose idea of ugly are we basing this off?
You're just going way too
I'm
deep
just saying,
it's like if you're ugly, you're ugly. There's just.
But in whose eyes? Who's saying?
Mine. I'm always right. If you're ugly, you're ugly. Like, we're not ugly. I can tell you
that. Your attitude is ugly right now.
Okay, you keep sneezing. I keep yawning.
All right, wrap it up. So just be like, and mom.
Throw it back to first episode.
Oh my God. Ooh, chill.
All right, you guys, I hope that you thought that was very entertaining, and I thought you got something out of reliving some of the best influencer scandals from the past. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Stay tuned for more episodes. Bye, guys.